SpaceX's Stage 0 launch tower has giant chopstick arms that can stack and catch Starship. What if we could supercharge them so they could help push Starship off the ground like some kind of catapult? Wouldn't that give it a nice boost in performance? Well, if we could use the entire 140 meters of the tower at a net 3g of acceleration, we would gain 54 meters per second of additional velocity. So what's this actually do for our payload capacity? If Starship could do 150 tons to orbit, boosting it by 54 meters per second would increase it by about 3% to 155 tons. That's not bad. So what would it take to actually do this? Starship is heavy, about 5,000 tons, and to lift it at a net 3g along with the engines running is over 17,000 megajoules of energy. You'd need the electrical power of almost 6 average nuclear power plants for 3 seconds to boost Starship. Maybe it'd be better to try and do a catapult or something mechanical. Well, in order to provide a 2.5G boost to Starship, you'd need to have a counterweight that's 175 million kilograms. That's almost 2 Gerald R. Ford class aircraft carriers worth of mass. Okay, that's not the cheapest or most dense thing, but even a 22,000 cubic meter block of steel would still be huge and expensive. And that's just the amount of energy required. Don't forget how unbelievably big and strong and heavy and expensive the tower, the cables, and the chopsticks and the whole structure would need to be. Not to mention how much you'd have to beef up the rocket itself to accept those kinds of forces. All of this extra complication, cost, and risk for at best only a 3% increase. Of course, you could scale it back to be even more modest, but then it's more pointless, or you could scale it up to be more helpful, but then it continues to get more and more ridiculous. There's a reason we don't really see this being done. Upgrading the engines or just increasing the size of the rocket is usually a much easier way to get a 3% gain. If you want to go even deeper into this, check out my full video on launch assist systems.